During Nashville's catastrophic ice storm back in January, hundreds of thousands of people lost power. Nashville Electric Service at the same time struggled to maintain trust with some of those very customers. Fox 17 discovered that during that time, NES spent tens of thousands of dollars hiring multiple new PR and consulting firms, in addition to the consultants that were already on its payroll, to help navigate the backlash. As Fox 17 News' Kelly Avellino reports, now NES wants to hire more communications people amid calls for transparency.
Nashville Electric Service called January's powerful ice storm the worst storm in the utility's history. The front knocked out power to 230,000 homes and businesses across Metro and suburban Nashville for up to 2 weeks.
We are getting nothing, and we have lost everything.
The storm led to 5 deaths in below freezing temperatures in the Davidson County area.
I've never experienced this before. I've always had, and this is really making me humble.
The public left in the dark, literally, and from an information delivery standpoint, critically. NES on the firing line, with the public needing to know, when will my power come back on? Why does it seem other utilities are working faster or better, like Middle Tennessee Electric? And why don't your communications tools actually work right?
We did not meet the expectations of our customers through this storm.
February 9th, the heat is back on for most customers, and now the heat is aimed directly at NES from customers.
Because there's no communication from this government. Absolutely none.
Lawmakers.
We are now in day 7 of a crisis defined by a lack of truth and a lack of transparency.
And Fox 17 asking questions.
Why is Nashville so different?
Fox 17 obtained these documents showing NES signed contracts at the tail end of the storm with at least 2 new consulting firms, Hall Strategies and Stones River Group, totaling $155,000. According to Council member Courtney Johnston, NES also brought in Benchmark Communications to help in the short term.
But NES already had a long-time $10 million contract with Nashville firm Finn Partners for public relations and communication services, and another $200,000 contract with the lobbying firm Capital and Fifth for more government relations and legislative services.
On top of that, the utility had 3 in-house communication staffers. That's largely ratepayer money, but to help with what exactly?
I think people just want the truth.
Johnston publicly called NES's move to hire more PR firms, potentially to help shape public and policymaker opinion, disingenuous.
And I think you can just look people in the eye and tell them the truth. I don't think we need to be spending tens of thousands, if not more, on that.
Despite millions of dollars worth of contracts for public relations, an independent after-action report in April found NES's communications during the storm lacked structure, data access, and leadership. The report says external partners acted parallel instead of working together, all leading to inconsistent updates and misaligned messaging. So, NES CEO Teresa Broyles-Applin told the Utilities Board they plan to hire 2 more communication specialists.
One thing that we've realized through this storm is that internally we don't have nearly the communications personnel that we need to. We especially don't have ones that can be responsive to media inquiries and public official inquiries.
I asked NES what their response is to those who say the utility is spending too much money on consultants and PR firms that don't appear to be working.
NES didn't directly answer the question, writing in part that it's committed to immediately improving, reconciling all gaps in customer communication. Metro Council passed a resolution in March calling on NES to post all of its contracts publicly in the same online portal as regular Metro departments.
So that we can know exactly what you all are spending for this crisis management and relationship management with state legislators, this body, PR, whatever spin it is.
I checked with Metro's clerk, and since the ice storm, NES has not posted one contract. I also went through NES meeting records and discovered this. The board approved 16 new contracts since February, everything from law firms to a study on burying power lines, totaling at least $118 million.
All in favor?
Despite Metro Council members pushing for transparency and the tens of thousands spent by NES for communications to hopefully relay information, no public postings, not one.
NES wouldn't directly answer why it hasn't posted those contracts as Metro Council asked, but I learned this: NES doesn't legally have to, since it's not exactly like other Metro departments. Either way, those contracts are still public records and can be obtained through a records request, which we've done. Once we receive those documents, we'll post them online. I'm Kelly Avellino for Fox 17 News, your Code Red station.